For the love, me not do it for the likes. Do it for the love, me not do it for the likes. Do it for the love, me not do it for the likes. Make them know success don't come overnight. No make them know a substance over hype. Do it for the love, me not do it for the likes. Do it for the love.
A dancing comedy DJ. 2018, a very fashionable year when it came to our male personalities, including my guest now, but it's not about him today, but it kind of is about him today. If you follow Bootleg Rockstar on Instagram, you know it's about to get real up on her. He's here to give us the lowdown on who he believes were the top 10 best dressed males in 2018. Stylist Nico Kelly, good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
I'm intrigued to speak to you because I've been talking to you during the break and I find you fascinating, to be quite honest. CC is your alma mater, Clarendon College. First, let's talk a little bit about how you got into the world of stylisting.
I always say, like, I've always been a very stylish person, but taking it from just loving it to a professional level came through the form of a makeup artist friend of mine introducing me to a stylist at the time, and I became her assistant.
Oh.
And then, as they would say, the rest is
The
history.
rest is history.
Yes.
Because it's not an easy industry
It's
to
not.
get into. And are there very few stylists
There
in
are
Jamaica?
very few, but since the past 2 years, there's been like an uprising of more stylists.
They're popping up all over the place. Who are some of the folks that we can associate your stylist work
I've
with?
done quite a few people. Nadine Solantana Stevens, Ding Dong, Iactane, The Angel, a lot of people.
And tell me
A
how
lot
it
of
works in
people.
your head, Nico. 'Cause I mean, you're a stylist, you meet Tanya. Tanya's personality is inescapable. You can't help. How you know which clothes gonna match Tanya to make sure that you stay true
Her
to who she is?
personality.
So the edginess and
Exactly. I like to customize my style approach when dealing with a specific person. I don't like to generalize everybody because style isn't general.
Correct.
Style is
It's like
very
personality,
personal.
yeah.
Very, very personal.
Right.
So every time I have a client, I look at them, what they like, what they can enhance on, and what they love, and I try to like
merge everything.
merge everything
What is
together.
your style?
My style is street, urban, edgy, rock star. That's my style.
Your style is Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix,
Lenny
Lenny
Kravitz.
Kravitz, Olivier Rousteing.
Yeah. Very, very like unusual
Very.
aesthetic for a Jamaican young man. But I find that also very fascinating.
Thank you.
So you worked on this list of top 10 men in Jamaica. Poor thing. Say it anguish you. It was hard.
It was very hard because Jamaican personalities and artists aren't very consistent with style.
Yeah.
And for me, for you to be a best dressed or a well dressed person, you have to be consistent.
Okay. Criteria.
Criteria: consistency, self expression, and just really knowing your personal style.
Okay. Are any of these people you style?
I've styled a few.
So,
Yes,
no,
but no bias.
so no conflict.
No bias, no conflict.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's start at number 10 and work our way down to the most stylish male as per Bootleg Rockstar, Nico Kelly's own opinions here. Number 10, I-Octane.
Yes, Iactane. Iactane understands what it means to have personal style. Some might argue that it's a bit monotonous, but it's still great. It's still good style efforts. I've been on sets with him and he doesn't leave a thread hanging. Nobody takes their personal style and appearance as seriously as Iactane.
Is that right?
Completely
So why is he not
true.
number one?
Because some people are just better than some.
All right, it's true. He's always very stylish, and you say monotony, but some people might say consistency. So he's true to his brand.
He's very, very true to his brand.
Okay.
Very,
All
very
right,
true.
number 9, Jamil.
Jamil, if you'd asked me a year and a half or two ago to make this list, Jamil would not have been on this list. But since his status in dancehall grew, so did his style, and he started to become way more cleaner and sharper with his outfits. He played more with silhouettes and cuts and prints and colors, and also he employed tailors and designers to really customize outfits for him. Because he's a very short guy, and when you're short, you have to really understand what you need to wear to look
What
good.
suits your body type.
And what suits your body type.
Are most of these designs, is there a common thread running through? Are they mostly wearing local designers?
I wouldn't
Or
say,
not quite?
I mean, for stage performances, they mostly wear local designers. For everyday activities and interviews, I think they've dabbled in a little bit of international stuff.
All right, Cranium is in at number 8.
Cranium. I mean, Cranium was catapulted onto the international scene for the past year. So being around people like Lil Kim and being on remixes with Steph London and being around Tory Lanez and Drake, you have to level up. You can't be basic. And with Cranium, he has definitely done that. We see where he's more into designers now, and he's created a uniform for himself, which is a black t-shirt, his usual gold chains that every single urban rapper or rap star wears.
Ding ding.
Exactly. So yes, Cranium is definitely on the list.
All right, Ching.
Yes, Chi-Ching Ching.
Is in at number 7.
Antics and gimmicks aside,
Of course.
Chi-Ching Ching is a well-dressed
Your man's
man.
suit now?
More time, his outfits fly over people's head because his antics is bigger than his style, so we get lost in that. But Chi-Ching Ching has really pioneered and invited a lot of overseas trends to Jamaica that we used to look at, okay, that's feminine or that's weird. But he brought the Gucci headbands, the fanny packs, and the thick link chokers. Chi-Ching Ching really has great style.
I like that. 6 is our own sprinter, Asafa.
Asafa.
Gosh, General.
I feel like he's such a given when it comes to a best dressed list. It's like you expect him to be on it. Asafa can easily be mistaken for a Ralph Lauren model because his style is so in line with the design and aesthetics of Ralph Lauren. Clean, suave, and classic. And you can't escape, you can't deny that Asafa has great style.
Yeah, he wears his clothes well.
Very
his
well.
clothes and his body are very...
And he cares a lot about fit.
Where's Karen Madden right now? I can imagine. Number 5, Jacure.
Jacure. Okay, Jacure to me is a hidden treasure when it comes to style.
What's happening here, Nico?
Yes, this outfit, do not bash the outfit,
I'm
love
not
it.
bashing it, I'm just...
LeBron James wore something.
I saw it.
Yes, LeBron James wore a similar outfit to this the other day at the NBA, and it went viral.
It did.
Vogue praised him for it, and Jacure did this months before. Jacure has some questionable looks, nothing to kill him for, but I think he understands what it means to be dynamic.
Yeah.
You can effortlessly go from Rasta chic to gentleman wear to street style.
Yeah.
And his favorite brand is Christian Louboutin. He loves Christian Louboutin.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, you can afford it, so good for you, Cure. This gentleman, no surprise, he's here. He makes other people look good, so clearly he can do it for himself. Carlton is always so sharp.
Yes. He spends a lot of his time suiting other people, but that doesn't mean he sacrificed his personal style. He is literally like the Midas of suits. Whatever he touches turns to gold. Carlton Brown is a well-dressed man to the T. The fit, his suits are his signature looks. He plays with color, prints, and patterns, and he's just amazing.
And he makes you look good too, guys.
Exactly.
So if you want a well-built suit, he's there. Idonia is in at number 3.
Idonia, hands down, is the best-dressed man in dancehall. Most of his, I would say, great looks are his stage performances. Who could forget his yellow suit at Reggae Sumfest? That was
iconic.
Epic, iconic. With Idonia, he doesn't overkill. He's very minimal, but to a point, and he's just very suave. His music might be a little bit aggressive, but his style, he's a total gentleman when it comes to his style.
That's interesting. So tell me about number 2, Corey Khalil.
Corey Khalil, a lot of people don't know him.
Yes, I was going to ask you who it is, but I didn't want to seem uninformed.
He's an online fashion influencer. And we're seeing now where online influencers and fashion influencers are becoming the new celebrities. And with him, whatever's on Dior, Balmain, Louis Vuitton, or Prada runway, he gets it the next week or a couple of days after.
Is that right?
He is so immaculate. and he understands what it is to be fashionable.
Yeah. Is that
as
what
much
you're
as
aiming
stylish.
for, Nico? You want to be one of those?
I want to.
Yeah.
I want
you
to.
get there. I feel you're going to get there. Number one, folks. Is it who you think it is? Who do you think it is? You say it's Protege.
Protege is epic. When you talk about consistency, Protege is the man when it comes to consistency. He spoke to Vogue couple months ago, and he talked about how important it is for Rasta men to wear their crowns, and for crowns, that's his hat. He's always wearing his hat, and he's such a vintage. He's a walking aesthetic and a walking mood. His vibe is very vintage, but still with a modern, refreshing twist that us millennials can understand and appreciate.
Yeah.
Protege is an amazingly well-dressed man, and his influence is very evident with the people who are around him and people who he tours with. They look like him.
I want to
He is the
ask you
standard.
2 questions before you go. Who would be the entertainer with whom you'd want to work most right now? Male entertainer in terms of styling.
Protege.
Protege. And you haven't yet?
I haven't yet, but I think Protege doesn't need me.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Okay, so let's cast Protege aside. Who else would you like to work with?
I would love to work with Dexter Daps.
Okay.
I think Dexter Daps is like the Piper of dancehall.
Right.
And
them love him, I tell you
they
that.
love him, and I think he can maximize a lot on the sex appeal.
Yeah, he's a good canvas.
He's a good canvas.
Okay, and my final question to you is, give me your impression or your opinion of my co-host, Neville Bell style.
Neville Bell style. Neville Bell is a well-dressed man, and do not shade Neville. He's a well-dressed man. I think he wore like a green jacket, like a double-breasted blazer the other day. That was epic. Neville Bell can dress.
Heard.
You know one thing and two.
Me not shade him.
Don't shade him.
I was going to try, but I can't shade him because obviously you know what you're talking about. So I'm not going to take away from your credibility. Where do we find you on Instagram?
Find me on Instagram at Bootleg Rockstar, and that's BOOTLEGROCSTAR, no K in the Rockstar.
How did I know? I heard the door, I said, Lord. I saw the check you gave him before the segment. Nice try.
Explain me I 10, but
Next year.
next year. Me young enough, no?
More than young enough.
Yes. Bootleg Rockstar, ROCSTER on Instagram. Guys, make this young man even more famous. I feel you have a good way to go in this
Thank
industry.
you very much.
You express yourself very well.
Thank you very
Your thoughts
much.
are very ordered. Your point of view is very sharp and very focused. So all the best to you for 2019. After the break, we'll get the details on the St. Mary's Heritage Project. We'll be right back. Walk through, Mr. Bell. West dress, best dress. Them know you?